to the Arrowverse. If you have already queued, do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Oh yeah, to go ahead, push that bell for notifications also you can get the scoop of my newest upcoming videos. Okay, this is gonna be a recap video. Apologies, I haven't posted a video in a while. I've been busy with schoolwork, but we're back. Season 9, episode Flash recap video. You guys ready? Alright, let's dive right into it, shall we? Okay, so the first scene we are in, we're at Central City and there's a storm coming. I mean, like a big storm. Now, CCPD is overwhelmingly having their hands full right now, but Christian Kramer is getting notice that, well, let's just say that there's someone actually in her office right now, and it's Amar. Yeah, unmask Amar. This Amar, well, technically I'm still working on a lore video on her, who she really is and where she come from. Other than that, Red Death comes in. I don't know exactly what Red Death does to these police officers. I think Red Death probably kills all these police officers. I'm not entirely sure on that, because this room was full of police officers, and now it's full of Red Death and rogues. Now, she was about to get whammied by the armor, but Christian Kramer is meta, which means she can mimic his powers. So she doubled down and basically whammied everyone, all the rogues. But the thing is that, sure, she could whammy the rogues, but not all of them. 2 of them actually went on the CCPD rooftop to put a device on it. It worked on Red Death, but technically Red Death put some medicuts on her. So Red Death is actually pretty powerful, I'll give her that, for a fact of matters. And she said, "You're staying with me, Miss Mimic." So yeah, I guess Christian Kramer's powers are mimic, not chameleon powers, I suppose. Other than that, Barry is still with this new team, and they're discussing a way how they could actually find Red Death. But Barry is limited on his speed, but they found the answer. The answer is Cecile. Now they're going to have Cecile track Central City. It's kind of like Cerebral from, I guess you could say, X-Men. She's going to go way into everyone's minds and try to figure out where exactly anyone's at. They got the location of Red Death, which is in a warehouse, but in 2 separate locations, because they see that Mark is still alive but chained up and cuffed. And the rogues, Team Flash, are like, "Are you serious? You want to go back to Red Death's hideout? Really? We're about to get killed and you want to save Mark?" And Barry says, "Come on, we have to do it. If Mark's alive, we have to." Cecile's recovering, she's okay, but the rest of the rogues, Captain Boomerang and Fiddler, it's Amar, yeah. They're actually trying to hack inside Argus satellite. Yeah, believe it or not, she's trying to hack in Argus satellite. I'll get into that so that you guys could actually know exactly the full story of what's going on. So when she's gonna hack inside Argus satellite, she's gonna have these sentinels. These sentinels are kind of like, I guess you could say, fragments. Well, I mean fragments, clones, basically. Kind of like, I'd say, mirages, admirations, but they're really physical and effective. Other than that, they go back inside Red Death's lair and freeze Mark. Yeah, Mark is totally worn out, beat up. One of them says, "This is too easy, isn't it?" And Barry says, "Yeah, this may be a trap." Red Death takes away the rest of Barry's powers. Yes, the Flash powers are all gone. The Flash is just wondering, "Why are you doing this?" And she says, "You want to know how powerful I am and why I'm doing this? Do you remember what you did to Grodd?" Yes. So she goes deep dives into his memory, and she also says that my Sentinel clones are everywhere, all over the streets, courtesy of Grodd. Grodd's the most powerful telepathic meta in the whole world, basically. And she's using Grodd to her own benefits, because they made a deal. Because when Crisis happened, Grodd couldn't find the rest of his, I guess you could say, his primates. So he made a deal with Red Death. But that deal is far too long. Back in Star Labs, Marcus is still healing right now. And basically, they're saying they're giving up. Team Flash is giving up. They're saying, "You don't have your speed anymore, Barry. It's over. We had to go our separate ways." Keiynan kisses Marcus. He wakes up, but there's a breath of cold air, and even Keiynan says she feels cold. I think that's an Easter egg for she has Frost's powers. Anyways, besides that, Joe is talking to Barry, and Joe was also telling Barry that he was thinking of moving out of Central City, but still, Cecile is, will always be part of Team Flash, so it's going to be complicated right there. We'll fix it. So Barry says that I'm going to go see Grodd, powers or not, even if he tries to kill him or not, I have to see if there's still a hero inside him. So he's going to talk to Grodd and plead with Grodd, tell him exactly what's going on, and he needs himself safe in Central City, and he needs to stop Red Death. So Central City is kind of looking like Arkham City right now. Yeah, believe it or not. So the Sentinels found out that some guy was looting in the store, and they killed him. Yeah, seriously, they killed him. Red Death is not playing around. So Grodd is saying to Barry, you betrayed me. Barry saying, I know, I'm sorry, I didn't know anything like this would happen before, but if you help me, please, I swear I will help you back. You're a hero, Grodd. I know you're still a hero inside, so please help me. Help me stop Red Death. And after their little talk, well, basically in Africa, all the Sentinels were being destroyed, and apparently her machine above CCPD on the rooftop, it exploded, and the satellite is nowhere not to be found again. So Argus satellite, and including Grodd's telekinesis, telepathic, I guess his power, is no longer with Red Death anymore. Oh yeah, by the way, Chris Kramer actually escaped in a little ventilation hatch, so she doesn't have any leverage or anything like that, so she needs to go head to head with the Flash, finally, face to face. Now that she's face to face with the Flash, she's saying, how would you even get your powers back? I thought I took them all away. The thing is that Barry's explained to her, about 3 years ago, he loaned some of the powers to Grodd, and well, let's just say that he gave those powers back to me, and now basically Barry's supercharged, reloaded 100%, and they fight in this city, Central City streets. That was one hell of a fight they did, and there's some newfound abilities we got to see with the Flash, but he got knocked down. Don't worry, he still have his power. So Goldberg comes out of nowhere, and he grabs Red Death before she was about to kill the Flash, and well, it's time they have to pay back. So each one of them want to test out their powers, try to stop Red Death to see if it will actually work. Fire, did fire help? Fire kind of did help. Harley's gauntlets sort of helped, but not really, because she actually knocked them all down, and she was about to thunder strike all of them until something happened. Yeah, something happened on her plate, on her crest, where she draws her Speed Force, or kinetic Speed Force energy. It's a batarang. Yeah, a batarang. Turns out Batwoman came out of nowhere, and yeah, Batwoman, she's pretty pissed off, and she's going to go head to head with Red Death, aka, I guess, her doppelganger, basically. So they got no speed, they're at the same level, same fights, and well, she does end up defeating Red Death, courtesy of the Flash. She took off all the Speedster's parts. Red Death's armor off of Ryan Reynolds. So, while she's dismounted, she gets knocked out by Batwoman. Yeah, Batwoman knocks her out, her own clone. Okay, other than that, so she has Barry. Is Central City always this crazy? And the Rogues said, only on Wednesdays. That's an inside joke to the CW. Everyone who knows about the Flash, the CW, they add that little joke into it. Pretty sure you guys caught on to it too. Back at Star Labs, we see, well, Chester's geeking out on Batwoman. He's saying how great you are, how awesome you are, a good fighter. Barry's saying that we took the other Rhine Riders, aka Red Death. Argus locked her up, so your identity is fine right now, so you could go back to Gotham and still become Batwoman without anybody trying to interfere with your work. Other than that, Joe is actually telling Cecile that I'm moving out of Central City. You can move out of Central City too, but only visit me and Jenna on the weekends out in the country. So yeah, Joe's officially leaving with his daughter. 2 weeks later, they're having a farewell party for Jill. In this farewell party, let's just say that Barry says to Mark, "You part Team Flash," which means your family. Always remember that. So yeah, Mark is part of the family and part of Team Flash. Allegra and Chester finally announced that, yeah, their feelings, but they did it in front of everyone. They didn't mind, they didn't care. But as for Iris was seeing some signs of some stress, and well, they called it. Iris is pregnant right now. Looks like we're going to see Norwest Allen pretty soon. XS speeds her in the future as a baby, of course. Well, other than that, did you guys enjoy Season 9, Episode 5? I kind of did thoroughly. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new, subscribe to the channel as always, and yes, of course, I'll see you all in the next one.